Chapter 1 A New Beginning. Spring 2004. When I was finishing my senior year of high school, I had a mediocre GPA. I spent most of my time hanging out with attractive beach girls and spent all of my money on weed. When I started applying to universities, I didn't have the best luck. The only thing I had going for me was that I sent out a shit ton of applications. In the last 2 years of my high school career, my father had stage 4 melanoma. I had never used that as a get-out-of-jail-free card, or used it as an excuse for slacking. I probably should have in some cases, but I felt like it was beneath me to use someone else's deteriorating health as an excuse for being more interested in women and weed than classes. Watching and listening to everyone else at school get accepted to colleges was starting to wear on my self-esteem. I thought I would be trapped in Virginia Beach forever. My student counselor took it upon herself to use my father's melanoma and my recent move from Canada as a reason for my low GPA. She used her contacts at some universities and let them know my situation in hopes it would influence them to accept me. There was one receptive university, because come the second half of my senior year, I received my first and only acceptance letter to Radford University. I didn't care that all my other applications were denied due to my low GPA. When I went to university, I was going to be the new kid all over again. I'd always considered myself intelligent, but intelligence is always wasted by those without focus or drive. All I could ever focus on at that age were pretty girls and good times. I spent every night out with girls because I loved the attention. I was smart enough to know that some of them were only hanging out with me because of all the pot I had. At the same time, I was too young and inexperienced to realize that others were hanging out with me because they truly loved or cared about me. I didn't realize I shared amazing chemistry with some of these women until my second and third years of college. The summer at home before I left for my freshman year in university, I fell in love with one of these girls, and we started dating. Truth be told, I had enough love for all of them. Her name was Brooke, and at the time, I thought she was the hottest thing since sliced bread. She was short and cute, with blonde hair and green eyes. She was a year younger than I was, so when I went off to school, she'd still be at home. Many individuals can conclude that long-distance relationships in college usually don't work. It meant when I went off to the wonderful world of drinking, partying, higher education, drugs, and sexual exploration, Brooke would still be learning about the House of Representatives and the Senate. She would probably be watching Mr. Smith Goes to Washington in some boring classroom while I was living it up in Radford.